Good evening, everyone. I hope you are well, and welcome to another QPLive fun quiz. If you don't have your pen and paper handy, then go get it now. Get yourself some snacks and settle down. It's good to see a few people saying hello and welcoming each other on the chat. And of course, I am not alone here. I have Caz with me. Hi, Caz, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Mary, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, thanks. Just looking at the few people claiming their brains might be a bit rusty.
I'm sure it'll be fine, honestly. Sure I love the way people are now starting to put in what things are going to struggle with as well. Simpsons getting in, going to be a problem if there's any 80s pop. And now I'm checking my brain to see if we've put any 80s pop into the quiz or not. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so it'll be the same. If you've been with us before, you know the drill. We are going to have 5 rounds. Each round will be worth 20 points. There'll be a bit of a mix of subjects. Tonight's subjects are music, some geography and history, some animal questions, general knowledge and sport. So I'll just get out there now so you can moan or cheer depending on what suits you or not. We're just going to give everyone a few more minutes to sort of join in, and then we're going to make a start with our first round.
Yeah, there's a few more people coming in now. Just to give you a heads up as well, we are not going to have a quiz next month in October, but we will be back in November with another quiz, and there will be information that will come out on our social media pages and also through the MailChimp updates that come out each week from the church. So that's a little bit of a heads up. No quiz next month for October, but there will be something in November. But do pay attention to that because we might change the date on that one as well. So yeah, that's your little bit of a heads up before we get started as well. So yeah, people are just filling this chat with excuses.
Yeah, already. I know that David's saying Alison's heading out for a night shift, so he'll not be.
I know McGregor's complaining Alistair's not there to help them. Like, come on, people.
Weak.
Not even started yet and you're getting your excuses up. Dear me. Oh, Hazel getting in our no football, please. Not going to be happy with me.
Help the ears with the animal rounds. Good job. That's right. Pets might be helpful when it comes to the animal round, or not.
Or not. It might be people help whatsoever. Good to know. Good to know. Right.
Yeah.
So, as Mary said, we got our 5 rounds tonight, 100 points in total. We'll let you know where questions are worth more than 1 point, and just kind of give you an idea as we go along. For anybody who's joining us for the first time tonight, the way we work this is that we do a round and then we'll mark it, and then we'll do another round and then you mark it. And so we'll just go through a round at a time. Total, we love them, a total of 100 points, keep things nice and round, and keep to the same for each time we do this. So you can check you should be checking your scores off against some of your older scores as well and seeing how you're doing in this whole quiz thing, whether your scores are getting better or worse. So as we go.
Sure, they're going to try, which I would expect nothing less, David. I'm sure you're all going to do your absolute best.
Yeah. So I don't know whether they're going to be happy or sad that it's me starting the first round. So
yeah,
a few complaints about things being hard in the past, but we'll see what they think. So I'm wondering if we should get started.
Yeah,
people catch up with us a little bit late. Just a reminder as well, please don't put the answers in the chat, just in case anybody is watching a little bit later or comes in and wants to try and catch up. So we don't want to be giving the answers away, do we? Yeah. So, but yeah, I think we should get started, Mary.
Okay, I'll go off screen and leave you to the first round.
Thank you very much. We are going to begin our quiz with our music round. And the way our music round is going to work this month is that we're going to put a line or two from a song up, so some of the lyrics of a song, and we would like you to name the song and to name the artist So we'd like the name of the song and the name of the artist. The name of the song is worth 1 point and the name of the artist is worth 1 point. So that means there's 10 of these. There's a point for each name of the song and each artist. Okay, so for our first round, first question, we'd like the name of the song and the name of the artist for these lyrics. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. So the name of the song and the name of the artist. Hoping this round's going to have lots of people humming away and singing in their living rooms tonight as well. Number 2, choking on your alibis, but it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me, open up my eager eyes. Choking on your alibis, but it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me, open up my eager eyes. Okay, number 3. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. Number 4. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, wavy when I turn it on. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, wavy when I turn it on. Remember, we're looking for both the name of the song and the name of the artist. Okay, number 5. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. Number 6. Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad upon the radio. Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad upon the radio. Number 7. When I was a little girl, I had a rag doll, only doll I've ever owned. When I was a little girl, I had a rag doll, only doll I've ever owned. Number 8. Seems like everybody's got a price. I wonder how they sleep at night when the sale comes first and the truth comes second. Seems like everybody's got a price. I wonder how they sleep at night when the sale comes first and the truth comes second. Number 9. If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. And our final one for this round, number 10. It's me. I was wondering if after all these years, you'd like to meet to go over everything. It's me. I was wondering if after all these years, you'd like to meet to go over everything. Just give you another few seconds to have a quick chat, to get your answers noted down. I'm just checking in the chat here. A few more people joining us. I do have to say I'm trying very hard to not sing the lyrics and to not speak them necessarily in the right rhythm either. Hopefully you just get the last few answers scribbled down, or any thoughts that you've got scribbled down, even if you're not 100% sure. And we'll go on to doing the answers for this round. So number 1, at first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. Hopefully we got this one. I Will Survive is the name of the song by Gloria Gaynor. First I was afraid, I was petrified. Sure a few of you will have got that one. Okay, number 2, choking on your alibis, but it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes is, of course, Mr. Brightside by The Killers. It's Mr. Brightside by The Killers. So a point for Mr. Brightside and a point for The Killers. Number 3, she was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene is, of course, Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake. Hopefully a few of you managed to get that one. Number 5, it's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. Can I just say the answer to this one is not Frozen. The answer is Let It Go, and we're looking for Idina Menzel as well for the artist. Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad upon the radio is Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. Number 7, when I was a little girl, I had a rag doll, only doll I've ever owned. River Deep, Mountain High by Ike and Tina Turner. 8, seems like everybody's got a price. I wonder how they sleep at night when the sale comes first and the truth comes second. Is Price Tag by Jessie J. Price Tag by Jessie J. Number 9, if you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a Chance on Me by ABBA. You just needed to keep singing that one. If you managed to catch on to it, would have given you the answer. And our final one in this round, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything is Hello by Adele. That lyric would have been hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. So take a moment, add up your scores so far. Remember, a point for every correct answer for the name of the song and a point for every correct artist. So you should have out of 20, and you can start popping up what your scores were. I'm wondering if Mari will join me for a minute because it's going to be my round again.
I know.
Mari, how many of those answers did you get right?
Well, do you know what? I think I probably got about 5, But I was really pleased I got Jessie J, but that is courtesy of years of primary school discos. Being a that was the song when my kids were at primary school. So.
Yeah, I was
love a
hoping
bit of Dexys as well. There's some pop.
Yeah, it's good to see. I was trying to have a nice selection of different eras. Oh, a few 12s coming in. Oh, we've taken the McGregors out this time round. 7 out of 20. Save a few more. We're going to have to work on some lyrics with people here.
Classic FM. Caroline.
Oh, Susan's been doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So Susan and Aileen have obviously doing well there with their answers. 16 out of 20. That's good. I think we'll ask everybody over the next couple of days which ones you didn't get and see which songs we need to get you all listening to. I'd also love to know how many people put Frozen as the answer to the artist for Let It Go. How many people got that one right? Great. Cool. Well, let's see if your sports knowledge then is any better than your music knowledge, or if I've made the answers any easier than I made them for that one. We'll see what happens. So for our sports round, it's kind of split into 3 parts. The first part is just some general questions on sport. So number 1, the LA Lakers and the New York Knicks play which sport? The LA Lakers and the New York Knicks play which sport? Question number 2. In which sport do you wear a plastron? In which sport do you wear a plastron? Question number 3. In what year did Andy Murray win Wimbledon for the first time? In what year did Andy Murray win Wimbledon for the first time? Question number 4. In bowling, what term is given for 3 consecutive strikes? In bowling, what term is given for 3 consecutive strikes? Number 5. Now, this question is only worth 1 point, and you need to get both answers to get the point. Name the only 2 positions that can score in netball. Name the only 2 positions that can score in netball. Both answers needed for the point here. Question number 6. Who is the current presenter of the sports quiz, A Question of Sport? Who is the presenter of the sports quiz, A Question of Sport? And we're looking for the person who currently presents it. Question number 7. Which golf tournament presents its winner with a green jacket? Which golf tournament presents its winner with a green jacket? Question number 8. How long in meters is an Olympic-sized swimming pool? How long in meters is an Olympic-sized swimming pool? Question number 9. How many players are there in a rugby league team? How many players are there in a rugby league team? And question number 10, again, there are 2 answers to this, but you need the 2 answers to get the 1 point. Okay, so there's only 1 point available. You need both answers to get the point. The biathlon is a winter event that combines which 2 sports? The biathlon is a winter event that combines which 2 sports? For the next part of the sports quiz, we are going to give you the names of 5 stadiums and a sport. And we want you to tell us which team plays their home games at that stadium. So it'll be the name of a stadium and a sport, and you need to tell us which team from that sport plays their home games at that stadium. Okay. So number 11 then is going to be the RDS Arena, and we're looking for the rugby union team that plays their home games at the RDS Arena. 12's Old Trafford, we're looking for the football team that plays their home games at Old Trafford. 13, we're looking for a rugby union team that plays their home games at Scotstoun. 14, we're looking for an ice hockey team that plays their home games at Madison Square Gardens. And number 15, we're looking for a football team that plays their home games at Pittodrie. So a rugby union team that plays their home games at the RDS Arena, a football team that plays their home games at Old Trafford, rugby union team that plays their home games at Scotstoun, an ice hockey team that plays their home games at Madison Square Gardens, and a football team that plays their home games at Pittodrie. Give you a couple of minutes to get your answers in for those. For the last part of our sports round, we are going to give you 5 countries, and we are looking for the national sport in those 5 countries. So according to Wikipedia, what is noted as each of these countries' national sport? Okay, so we've got Georgia. What is the national sport of Georgia? What is the national sport of Scotland? Now, Canada officially by law has 2 national sports, and they have a summer one and a winter one. I can tell you their summer one is lacrosse, but we're looking for their national winter sport for Canada. What is the national sport of Cuba? And what is the national sport of Norway? So what's the national sport of Georgia, of Scotland, the national winter sport of Canada, national sport of Cuba, and the national sport of Norway? We'll give you a few seconds to get things written down for those, and just to check over any of your other answers from the sports round before we go on to getting some answers for this round. Okay. Let's see how you have all been doing with this round and get some answers in. So our first question, the LA Lakers and the New York Knicks play which sport? The answer to that is basketball, both basketball teams. Question 2, in which sport do you wear a plastron? The answer is in fencing. 3, in what year did Andy Murray win Wimbledon for the first time? The answer is 2013. 4, in bowling, what term is given for 3 consecutive strikes? The answer is a turkey. Turkey for 3 consecutive strikes. 5, name the only 2 positions that can score in netball. The answers are goal shooter and goal attack. Reminder that you need to have both of those answers to get the point. No half points. You need both answers to get the point. Okay. Question 6. Who is the presenter of Sports Quiz? A question of sport. The current presenter is, of course, Sue Barker. Question 7. Which golf tournament presents its winner with a green jacket? The answer is the Masters. 8, how long in meters is an Olympic sized swimming pool? It is 50 meters long. 9, how many players are there in a rugby league team? The answer is 13. The rugby league team has 13 players. And question 10, the biathlon is a winter event that combines which 2 sports? The answer is cross-country skiing and rifle shooting. We will accept skiing and shooting, but you do need both answers to get the point, and again, no half points. So cross-country skiing and rifle shooting, but we will accept skiing and shooting. Our different stadiums then. So the rugby union team that plays its home games at the RDS Arena is Leinster. The football team that plays its home games at Old Trafford is Manchester United. The rugby union team that plays its home games at Scotstoun is the Glasgow Warriors, of course. Probably the most difficult one maybe on the board, the ice hockey team that plays at Madison Square Garden is the New York Rangers. Anybody who's a fan of Friends would know that answer. And the football team that plays their home games at Pittodrie is, of course, Aberdeen. So we're looking for Leinster, Manchester United, Glasgow Warriors, New York Rangers, Aberdeen. And then the national sports for the following countries. National sport of Georgia is rugby union. This time round, I will let you away with just rugby. If you have written rugby, we'll let you away with it. Officially, it's rugby union. Okay, the national sport of Scotland officially is golf. The national winter sport in Canada is ice hockey. Said before, lacrosse is their summer sport, apparently. The national sport of Cuba is baseball. And the national sport of Norway is cross-country skiing. And you do need to put cross-country skiing for that answer, because there's quite a big difference. I think it's important for Norway that it's cross-country skiing. So there we go. There's all our answers to our sports round. If you take a moment and just total up your answers, and we'll get ready to pass over to Mari for her next round as well. So Mari, you said just the sports quiz, you usually say the sports quiz isn't your round.
It's not, and that was not my round either. So if anyone's done really well on that, kudos to you, because sport is not my thing at all.
Hopefully we'll get some answers in and people have been doing not too badly in it. There's a few that hopefully you could guess as well if you didn't know the actual answers to them.
I did get the Warriors.
I'm glad you got the Warriors. We might have had some work issues.
I got the Warriors and I got the football ones, but that was...
As I say, I think for a lot of people, if they were avid watchers of Friends, they should have known both the Knicks and the question about the Knicks, and they should have known the New York Rangers.
There's some good
Read
stuff
it
coming in,
again.
certainly.
Yep. No, we're not doing too badly.
We're not doing too badly at all. All passes so far. Good job, everyone.
Yep.
So we're going to move on to round 3, which we've called Around the World, Past and Present, because this is a little mix of geography and history. So the first are just 10 questions, and then I've got a little photo round at the end as well. So get your thinking caps on for geography and history around the world, past and present. The Battle of Waterloo was fought in which modern day country? Which country was the Battle of Waterloo fought in? Another ABBA reference there, if that helps. And in which century did the Battle of Waterloo take place? If you know the year, excellent, but we're just looking for the century. In which century did the Battle of Waterloo take place? I know a lot of our young people are starting or looking forward to starting back at uni, so we thought we'd throw a uni question in. Founded in 1413, which is Scotland's oldest university? Founded in 1413, which is Scotland's oldest university? Question 4. If you were walking along a road in Damascus today, which country would you be in? If you were walking along a road in Damascus today, which country would you be in? Question 5. Name this church famous as the burial place of Marjorie Bruce, daughter of Robert the Bruce. Name this church famous as the burial place of Marjorie Bruce, daughter of Robert the Bruce. Question 6. Known as the Lady with the Lamp, who is the founder of modern nursing? Known as the Lady with the Lamp, who is the founder of modern nursing? Question 7. Name the Quaker prison reformer who was the second woman to feature on a Bank of England banknote. Name the Quaker prison reformer who was the second woman to feature on a Bank of England note. Question number 8, including the United Kingdom, there are 3 European countries which are members of the Commonwealth. Name the other 2 and you get a point for each. Okay, so this question 8 is worth 2 points. So there are 3 European countries which are also members of the Commonwealth. The United Kingdom is 1. Name the other 2. And as I say, it's 1 point for each answer. And then question number 9, name the largest national park in the United Kingdom. Name the largest national park in the United Kingdom. So as I say, the next part of our this round is photo round. So I've got 5 photos of European churches. I want you to name the church and the country where you would find it. Okay, so that's 2 questions. 2 questions, 2 points for each for each picture. So you've got the name of the church and the country where you would find it. Okay, so our first one is this church. What's it called and which country would you find it in? Okay, the next one. What is the name of this church and which country would you find it in? Number 3, which church is this? What's its name and which country would you find it in? Number 4. What is this church called? And where would you find it? In which country would you find it? And then the final one, number 5, name this church and where would you find it? In which country would you find it? Some of those are trickier than others. And I will accept the name of the church in English or in the original language. I'll just give you a few minutes. And then we'll give you some answers. Okay, you ready for some answers, everybody? The Battle of Waterloo was fought in which modern day country? The answer is Belgium. And in which century did it take place? It took place in the 19th century. 1815 is the exact year, but 19th century is what we're looking for. Question 3, founded in 1413, which is Scotland's oldest university? It is the University of St Andrews, Glasgow's second oldest. If you were walking along a road in Damascus today, which country would you be in? The answer is Syria. Question number 5, this church, famous as the burial place of Marjorie Bruce, daughter of Robert the Bruce, is Paisley Abbey. I'm sure a few people will have got that one. Question number 6, the lady with the lamp, who's the founder of modern nursing and also a brilliant statistician, is Florence Nightingale. And she was also the first woman to feature in a Bank of England note, and our second woman to feature in a Bank of England note, the Quaker prison reformer, is Elizabeth Fry. There are 3 European countries, including the United Kingdom, which are members of the Commonwealth. The other 2 are Malta and Cyprus. So as I say, 1 point for each, 1 point for Malta, 1 point for Cyprus. Question number 9, the largest national park in the United Kingdom is the Cairngorms National Park. 40% bigger than the Lake District. Right, our photo round. I hope you all get this one. This is Glasgow Cathedral and it's in Scotland, of course. Number 2 is the Kaiser Wilhelm Gedächtniskirche or Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church in Berlin in Germany. Number 3 is La Sagrada Familia, Gaudi's church in Barcelona in Spain. Sacred Family. Question number 4, that's St Stephen's Cathedral, the Stephansdom in Vienna in Austria. And our final one in this round is St Paul's Cathedral, which is in London in England. So again, a point for each of those. So that those 5 photos was a total of 10 points. Hope you've got on all right with that. I'll give you time to mark up your scores and you can start putting a few in the chat, and then Caz has got our next round for us. How'd you go on with that, Caz?
Generally okay, I think. I got the university question right, definitely. Not so good on the photo round, Mary. Glasgow Cathedral, St Paul's Cathedral, yes. I would have got Spain right, but past that, that was me. That is the extent. And also, can I just say, either, like, I don't know when that Glasgow Cathedral photo was taken or whether it has been photoshopped, but that is the bluest sky I've ever seen in Glasgow in that photo. The sky over it doesn't often look that colour. I think that might have put a few people off. They might not have guessed it right because the sky was too blue.
Yes.
But yeah. So Hazel, no, I'm sorry, your answers weren't right for question 8.
No, they're not countries in their own right, Hazel, sorry.
No.
United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Northern Ireland comes under the UK.
Yep.
Right.
Great. I think hopefully this ride's going to be good for some people as well. So we're going to have our animals round now. So hopefully a little bit of animal knowledge from you all. We're going to start off with some anagrams. So we've got 5 anagrams up here. We just want you to rearrange the letters for an animal. So each one is a different type of animal. We want you to rearrange the letters. So we've got a piran, a hindlop, a haltpeen, a bratby, and a lacem. A piran, a hindlop, a haltpeen, bratby, and a lacem. Okay, feeling a little bit like a certain presenter from a quiz show where you need to get no points at the moment. But yeah, rearrange the letters and see what animals you can come up with. We'll give you a few moments on this to play about with those letters. It's a bad time, Norma, for Yardley to have gone to sleep, I do have to say. It's supposed to be the time that he's helping you. Also, the idea is to write down the anagrams and then maybe one person works on the anagrams whilst we go on to the other questions as well. So if you're not getting them straight away, write down the letters so that you've got them when we go on to the next screen as well. Just a couple more seconds and I'm going to move on from this one. There'll be a point for each one of those as well. Okay, for animals then, question 6, true or false? A donkey is able to see all 4 of its feet. True or false? A donkey is able to see all 4 of its feet. Question number 7, what type of animal is Pascal in the Disney movie Tangled? What type of animal is Pascal in the Disney movie Tangled? Question number 8. How many hearts does an octopus have? How many hearts does an octopus have? Question number 9. What is a rhino's horn made of? What is a rhino's horn made of? Question number 10. What type of animal was Wilbur in the book Charlotte's Web? What type of animal was Wilbur in the book Charlotte's Web? Question number 11. Which animals are considered to be the big 5 in Africa? So we're obviously looking for 5 answers here, and each answer is worth 1 point. So this question is worth 5 points in total. So which animals are considered to be the big 5 in Africa? Give you just a few seconds to get those written down. And the final part of this round, we've got 5 different types of animals. And we would like you to tell us what the name is for a group of these animals. So what is the name for a collective group of crows? What is the name for a group of lions? What is the name for a group of flamingos? What is the name for a group of otters? And what is the name for a group of frogs? So the name for a group of each one of these animals: crows, lions, flamingos, otters, and frogs. I'll give you just a few more seconds. Put that down, write your final bits down from your anagrams and from your big 5 as well. We shall move on and give you some answers for this round. So we started off with our anagrams, so our animal anagrams. A paran is, of course, a panda. A henlop is a dolphin. A haltpeen is an elephant. Bratby is a rabbit. And a lacem, obviously a camel. Okay, so our answers there: panda, dolphin, elephant, rabbit, and camel. True or false? A donkey is able to see all 4 of its feet. The answer is true, which is one of the reasons why they're so good at climbing hillsides, apparently, and climbing on rocky tracks and things like that as well. What type of animal is Pascal in the Disney movie Tangled? He is a chameleon. Okay. Question 8, how many hearts does an octopus have? The answer is 3. Question 9, what is a rhino's horn made of? A rhino's horn is made of hair. And question 10, what type of animal was Wilbur in the book Charlotte's Web? The answer is a pig. We will, of course, accept a piglet as well. Pig or piglet for that answer. Question 11, which animals are considered to be the big 5 in Africa? The answer is lion, leopard, rhino, elephant, and Cape buffalo. We will accept buffalo as an answer. Okay, remember a point for each answer there. So a point for lion, 1 for leopard, 1 for rhino, 1 for elephant, and 1 for buffalo. It's the big 5 in Africa. And then the names for groups of animals. So a group of crows is called a murder. Yeah, a murder of crows. A group of lions is a pride. Pride of lions. Group of flamingos, you have a stand of flamingos. Group of otters is a family. You have a family of otters. And this was the one that made me laugh the most. I do have to say, a group of frogs is called an army of frogs. So a murder of crows, a pride of lions, a stand of flamingos, a family of otters, and an army of frogs. Why don't you take a minute, count up your scores again, and share them with us as we get ready to go into our final round, which is our general knowledge round. Did you know there was such a thing as an army of frogs, Mary?
I did not. That intrigued me. That was a good one. I knew about that's always a good one in a book title.
It's a few of them made sense. I was intrigued where the army of frogs comes from. I understand where most of the others have come from. But
yeah, stand of flamingos is very cool. I like that one.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll start getting some scores in the next few seconds as well. You can see how people are getting on.
Yeah. The first of them are starting to come in. That's good.
Hey, we've been doing okay this round. Doing really okay.
Yeah.
It's great to see. Yeah, sorry, Norma, there were no dog questions.
No, I know. But that Yardley was asleep anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah, he wasn't going to help you. Good job.
So as Caz says, we are moving on to our final round. We're looking at our general knowledge, and I have split this into 2 sections. So the first 10 questions, all the answers would be words or phrases or names which are found in the Bible. So that might give you a hint as to what the answer is. So just bear that in mind as you're answering these questions, that you would find all these words, phrases or names in the Bible. So let's look at these first 10 questions. What bottle, which holds 8 regular sized bottles of champagne, shares its name with the oldest man in the Bible? So there are different sizes of bottles. Which one, which holds 8 regular sized bottles of champagne, shares its name with the oldest man in the Bible? Number 2, what do you call a person who goes out of their way to help someone? What do you call a person who goes out of their way to help someone? Question number 3, name the totalitarian state which features in Margaret Atwood's 1985 novel, The Handmaid's Tale. Name the totalitarian state which features in Margaret Atwood's 1985 novel, The Handmaid's Tale. So remember, you would find all these answers in the Bible as well. Question 4, measuring up to 4.3 inches or 11 centimetres in length, name this beetle. Measuring up to 4.3 inches or 11 centimetres in length, name this beetle. Question number 5. A stitch in time saves 9 is an example of what type of saying? A stitch in time saves 9 is an example of what type of saying? Question number 6, named after a biblical king, what shape features on the flag of Israel? Named after a biblical king, what shape features on the flag of Israel? Question number 7, name the narrator of Moby Dick who shares his name with a son of Abraham. Name the narrator of Moby Dick who shares his name with a son of Abraham. Question number 8, what kind of animal is Shaun, who first appeared in the Wallace and Gromit short film, A Close Shave? What kind of animal is Shaun, who first appeared in the Wallace and Gromit short film, A Close Shave? Number 9, what word is used to describe someone who is hostile or indifferent to the arts and culture? What word is used to describe someone who is hostile or indifferent to the arts and culture? And then the final question in this section, complete the title of the BBC sitcom based on the Women's Guild and written by Jennifer Saunders, Jam and. You're looking for one word there. Complete the title of the BBC sitcom based on the Women's Guild and written by Jennifer Saunders, Jam and. What's that missing word? So our second part of this round, if you were with us on our first quiz, you know we did a rhyme time section. So in this one, there are 5 pairs of answers. So there are 2 questions in each slide, and both the answers will rhyme with each other. Okay, so they're not linked in any other way, but they will rhyme with each other. So again, a point for each. So there are 2 points per slide. It will make sense once you see the first one. Okay. Peter May, Alex Gray and Val McDermid all write this kind of fiction. So what kind of fiction do Peter May, Alex Gray and Val McDermid write? And then the second half of this question, this fruit was added to the diet of Royal Navy sailors to prevent scurvy. So which fruit was added to the diet of Royal Navy sailors to prevent scurvy? And both those answers will rhyme with each other. Question 2, and again it's in 2 parts. Which ABBA album released in 1980 is named after a type of spotlight? Which ABBA album released in 1980 is named after a type of spotlight? And then the second half of this question, in the Nintendo games, what is the small turtle-like enemy of Mario called? In the Nintendo games, what is the small turtle-like enemy of Mario called? And again, both these answers rhyme with each other. Question 3, and again, it's 2 parts. Mark Rylance starred as Thomas Cromwell in the screen adaptation of which Hilary Mantel novel? Mark Rylance starred as Thomas Cromwell in the screen adaptation of which Hilary Mantel novel? And then the second half of this question, who is the current host of BBC Radio 2's Breakfast Show? Who is the current host of BBC Radio 2's Breakfast Show? And again, both these answers rhyme with each other. Question 4. Name the director of Jaws, E.T. and the BFG, among others. Name the director of Jaws, E.T. and the BFG. And then the second half of this question, which city is home to Germany's oldest university? Which city is home to Germany's oldest university? And again, both these answers rhyme with each other. And then the final question, question 5. Name an Australian marsupial. And you do need to know which one rhymes with the fictional bear created by A.A. Milne. Okay, so the first half we're looking for an Australian marsupial, and the second half, the fictional bear created by A.A. Milne. And again, both those answers rhyme. And you get a point for each one you get right. You don't have to have both halves of it. You get a point for each one that's right. So I'll just give you a minute to finish up and then we can give you some answers. Okay, so our first 10 questions on general knowledge all had answers that you could find in the Bible. Question 1, the bottle which holds 8 regular sized bottles of champagne is a Methuselah, who is of course the oldest man named in the Bible. A person who goes out of their way to help someone is a good Samaritan. The totalitarian state in The Handmaid's Tale is Gilead, which is where Jacob and Laban first met in the Bible. Question 4, the beetle, which measures up to 11 centimetres, is a Goliath beetle. And scarily, that's not the biggest beetle. There are bigger ones, but that's the Goliath beetle. Number 5, a stitch in time saves 9 is an example of a proverb. The shape on the flag of Israel is a Star of David. And the narrator of Moby Dick is Ishmael, which of course was Abraham's first son. Shaun, who appears in A Close Shave with Wallace and Gromit, is a sheep. Somebody who is indifferent or hostile to the arts and culture is known as a Philistine. And finally, the BBC sitcom based on the Women's Guild is Jam and Jerusalem, from the theme song, hymn, if you like, to the Women's Guild, Jerusalem. We'll move on to the rhyme time answers. So as I say, each of these answers should rhyme with each other. You'll get a point for each answer you get right. You don't have to have both. Peter May, Alex Gray and Val McDermott all write crime fiction. And lime is a fruit that was added to the sailors' diet to prevent scurvy. Gives them vitamin C. Crime and lime, we're looking. Question 2, Super Trooper is a type of spotlight. And Koopa Trooper is the small turtle-like enemy of Mario. So that's the 2 answers there. So the ABBA album Super Trooper and the enemy of Mario is a Koopa Trooper. Question 3, Mark Rylance starred in the adaptation of Wolf Hall, and Zoe Ball is the breakfast show presenter. Wolf Hall and Zoe Ball are the 2 answers there. Question 4, the director of Jaws, E.T. and the BFG is Steven Spielberg, and Heidelberg is home to Germany's oldest university. Steven Spielberg and Heidelberg. And then the final one, our Australian marsupial is a kangaroo, and of course Winnie the Pooh is the bear created by A.A. Milne. Okay, so again, your marks are out of 20 for both those rounds together.
Great. So we should be getting scores in then out of 100 in the next couple of minutes. So you need to go through and add your scores up from all your different rounds. I definitely got stuck on a couple of those, Mary, but it always helps when you do the round time one, because then you start running through of what else it could be. So
well, that's it. It definitely helped you narrow down your Australian marsupials if you knew Winnie the Pooh.
Yes. That's actually how I got the, well, yeah, I needed that one for the first one just to narrow down exactly what I was looking for. The crime and lime.
Crime and lime, yeah.
Well,
there's some good scores coming in for general knowledge, quite high ones.
It's definitely some high scores. I think the McGregors might be hard to beat this week, unless somebody's been holding their scores back. So yeah, we'll see what comes in. So we're getting scores at the moment for this final round. Be good to see if we can get some overall scores as well. So good, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Tullett. 68.
Yeah.
Doing all right. Well done, Keynes. You broke the 50. So a pass, as you say, it's a pass.
Exactly.
For the half. Well, 71's the score to beat at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, very close between the Thorpes and the McGregors there.
That is a very close one. Oh, Susan and Aileen also got 71. Some good scores.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Still a pass.
Lots of good passes going on here.
So. Yeah, absolutely.
Great. So just a reminder that we won't be back in October for another quiz, but we will be back in November, and we will let you know more information on the date and exactly how that's going to work as well. So the tiebreaker, David, I think should be the quiz in November. That is the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll give you more information about that in the next month probably, as well. So keep an eye out in our social media and keep an eye in the update email from, if you get the update email from QP, and we can let you
keep you posted. Thank you everyone for being with us, and thank you everyone who chats and puts their stuff out there. It's good to know we're not talking into the ether.
That's always helpful to not. I mean, we just talk to each other, Mary. It's fine.
It's fine.
Thank you very much for joining us. Just a reminder, we'll be back with QPLive tomorrow morning at 10:30 back on our YouTube channel. And there's lots of other things going on as well. But QPLive Worship will be up from 10 tomorrow, and QPLive will be up at 10:30. Hopefully we'll see lots of you then as well, and then see you back in November for another quiz.
Yeah.
Great. So thanks. Yep, thank you for being with us, and good job, everyone.